start. So, hello everybody, and welcome to the Order of Insanity's podcast number 4. And thank you for watching. Hopefully, we don't bore you to death during our session today. With us today, we have myself, Totally Insane Gamer, joined by as well Mighty Clegg.
Hello.
We also have a guest member, Ari,
Hey guys.
and we also have Wayne, as usual,
Nope.
Saint Wayne of TFB Gaming.
And
And,
away, you're stalked by someone in your chat.
Hey, Jess. Yeah.
Hi, Jess.
So we're going to be pretty randomized today. So you thought this was podcast number 5, did you, Jared? Well, you fail. Learn to count. So
Hashtag
Two,
Skype
three.
fail.
Apparently it goes 1, 2, 3, 5 in Jared's world.
Well, to
Yeah.
be fair, he is right because we did split our first podcast into 2.
yeah, fair enough. Who knows?
Yeah,
You're right, Jared.
That's technicalities.
yeah, that's technical issues.
So, anyways, what we're talking about today is pretty much whatever happens across our minds. We have absolutely zero structure to this podcast today, other than that, hey, we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be sitting here BSing for a couple hours. So, hopefully, it's all right. I think that first off, we might as well talk about the biggest gaming news here lately, GTA 5, and
What's the bar? Yes.
who all has played GTA 5? Ooh, me. So
I won't count myself because 25 minutes is not long enough.
it's long enough to know that you want to play more.
Yeah.
Um,
That's about it.
All right.
that's debatable.
Clegg, have you messed around with it at all?
I've seen you mess around with it. There's nothing special, to be honest. It's same old.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
hang on, no, they've added special moves. Ooh.
no, they made a lot of really nice changes to it. To be fair, you really have to kind of play it to appreciate it. Like the driving mechanics are really
So
ironed out
much
on it
better than
now.
4.
Yeah, driving
Exactly.
mechanics are good.
To be perfectly honest, Airy, the great big steaming pile of dog poo in the road was a lot better than 4, in my opinion.
I enjoyed 4. I enjoyed.
The
I
only
didn't
problem
like 4.
I had,
The characters in 4 didn't interest me in the
Awful.
slightest. There was nothing there to hook me.
all it was,
Hey.
Nico, fuck off!
That was you,
I,
Wayne.
I
Hang on, everybody's really quiet compared to me. Let me sort that out real quick.
mm, the only reason why I liked 4 was the multiplayer and just blowing shit up with friends. It's the only. I didn't play the story mode. I put maybe 100 hours into it and I still never played the story mode.
That's probably a good thing. Story mode in that game was awful because of
The only one I really enjoyed was GTA San Andreas. I have that on PC, and it's not
See,
bad.
I really enjoyed Vice City,
Vice
but
City.
that was
Vice
that was
City
for the
was a good.
soundtrack being anything for me.
It wasn't just that, it was the time era and the fact that Rockstar just went batshit insane on Vice City.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's going to be better for everybody.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. But look, let's do it back then when basically drugs and everything were everywhere, and let's just go batshit and rip off every single film of that era,
Ever
shall we?
made.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And it was done in
That's-
a hilarious way.
Like I
That's
said,
personal
though.
limit.
Oh, sorry, man. Because I've got to be honest, I'm pretty much not the best person to talk about GTA because I actually thought it got boring 3 or 4 titles in. They need to do something really special to drag me back.
Well, I hope in DLC they add a lot more heists because there wasn't enough of them for me. That was the best part of the game.
Yeah, they are fun. I would like to see more. Well, I think that they are. I mean, if you look at what they're adding in with the online when it comes out on October 1st, they're going to have 500 missions and stuff available at launch of the multiplayer. So right there, you're already going to see a lot of additional, content.
Yeah,
So-
and they said they are going to have heists for multiplayer, so
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool.
I'll be doing a lot of that because the heists are so much fun.
Yeah. And
Mm.
getting some sort of feedback behind somebody's.
Wayne,
Yeah.
check your fan.
My fan was actually already.
I think it was Airy.
It was airy.
Yeah, I think it was Airy.
Yeah, he's pointed to himself. He'll get it sorted out. But anyways,
Fair enough. And he's back.
was
Yeah,
was
sorry.
somebody vacuuming or something?
No, air conditioner.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Ah, fair enough.
So
We don't have air
Unfortunately-
conditioning over here. We just have desk fans and shit.
The only bad thing
See.
about where I am is the furnace is literally right out from my door. I can see it from right where I'm sitting.
if I had my
Oh,
if I had
no,
my
whatever.
window open, you'd be able to hear my air conditioner. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah.
So there was also, obviously we talked about GTA 5. We could go on for a while on that, but
Long
moving
time.
on from that, GTA 5's launch went spectacularly. You haven't really heard a lot about bugs, stuff like that. There has been another big release here lately that I'm going to be completely honest and say I'm rather disappointed with right now. It's actually my favorite series out there, my favorite game series. But when it comes down to Rome 2 Total War, I haven't played it yet. I played it a little bit. It's just not up to par for where Total War games should be. And I'm waiting for them to patch it a couple times and hoping they can rectify that, because I was sad. I love Total War series and I wanted to be able to enjoy playing through Rome 2, and I just haven't yet. What do you guys feel on that?
I'm
Rome
the same.
Total War, they could have done so much more with the multiplayer. The game itself looks lovely, but it plays no different from Shogun 2. All they've done is increase the graphics and put more units on the field. They could have done more to the multiplayer. If you can have up to 8 players on multiplayer on a single map, why can't they have up to 8 players on the co-op? Because that's what people want nowadays, 8-player co-op.
Yeah, I was
You
really
can put all these players
disappointed
in?
that they didn't expand on that at all. So,
Oh wait, Civ can do it. Why can't you?
right.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played it at all. I've watched you stream it a little Tig, but I really don't have an opinion. I agree with you, though, that it's nowhere near what the Total War series is. The Total series has always been top of the line. And then this is kind of like, it's good, but it's not Total War's good.
Yeah, they just keep stripping
Yeah.
things away from the series, and like things like in-depth sort of family tree setup, and the way that the skill trees work, and there's just so much that has been stripped down to the point to where it's like, the Total War fans, the really hardcore Total War fans, want the game to become more and more complex. That's what we want. But unfortunately, the
Or
way the
that.
market works is they want to draw in those new players, and unfortunately, the way the gaming world has gone in the last 10 years is everything's getting dumbed down more and more. And
Ain't it
it's
just?
yeah, it's just messing up everything. So I don't know. Now, Jess did ask something about our thoughts on GTA 5 being released so close to things like Payday 2.
Well, it's not hurt them. Let's be honest.
No,
GTA 5
GTA
is
5
ridiculous.
is not hurt at all by releasing. They could have released any time they wanted to be completely honest. The only thing I'll
Yeah.
say is they did do the right thing by making sure they released before next gen, and
Yeah.
that's going to allow them to do
Yeah.
a number of things. One, Rockstar got all the profits from everybody buying for Xbox and PlayStation right now. They're going to get profits again when those players upgrade their game to the next generation. Then, Rockstar being who they are, they always wait, 6 months to a year before they release on the PC. But they're also going to get rebuyers and people buying for the first time again once they actually release it to PC.
Yep.
So they made about $1 billion, I think, in the first week, and they're probably looking to double that over the next year.
They covered all the costs for the game, just
Right.
pre-orders.
Yeah, just from pre-orders.
I-
With
I was going to say, I mean,
areas.
sorry, man. Go on, Harry. You go first.
No. Go ahead, Click.
I was going to say, with Payday 2 having pretty much the same concept as Grand Theft Auto, I reckon GTA was released to nobble Payday, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
I
they
was
took
just
the
going to say
interesting idea-
something about that.
Yeah. They basically took the interesting idea of Payday because it's a case of, oh look, you can plan heist net, and they've gone, let's add that into our game. But they've
Yeah.
implemented it in a way which is actually simple to use, the planning and the setup thing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
It is. The fact that you can have your entire team that's going through for the heist, and it's all you primarily, and you actually are switching from one to the other throughout the heist, filling different roles as, you know, the heist progresses. It's, in my opinion, it's amazing the way they did in GTA 5.
That is actually something that really, I guess, caught my eye is whenever I saw the trailer for GTA 5 about being able, instead of just having your one main character and a bunch of supporting groups, now you've got, what is it, 3 or 4 main characters, and you can switch between them. Not just them be with you, it's you can play them.
Yep.
And it's all that's really a nice element that they added. I'm glad that at least somewhat thinking
Well,
outside
and
the
they
box.
did more than just that too. You'll have different of your characters that might have the same mission on their map. If you approach that mission as one character, you're getting a completely different feel for that as if you were the other character approaching that mission. Like, I'll use an example, spoiler free, but it's just kind of the way they set up one. In one, you had a character that was arguing with his family, and he's just getting sick and fed up, so he throws on some headphones and goes out and chillaxes out by the pool. If you approach that mission as him, you actually hear the whole argument with his family and all that, and then you see him go out and approach and sit at the pool and all that, and then this other character walks up, and then the mission context begins. If you're the other character, then basically you just come and visit that house, and all you do is you come there and you find the other character sitting by the pool. So that entire other context of that mission you didn't see, which in my opinion adds replayability to the game, because you could have done the mission, started the mission as the other character and seen that story context right there. So
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with that as well. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
replay value is, I mean, has always been. I think the replay value is going to be fantastic. Besides the multiplayer, just the replay value on single is going to be amazing.
yeah,
And then, like you were saying, October 1st, they're getting multiplayer. That's going to, for the people that don't have it, they're going to see multiplayer. They're going to hear about the multiplayer. And that's going to draw in even more business before next gen.
I have a
So,
feeling we'll be planning many bank robberies. I just have that feeling. I'm sorry.
I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So
And
obviously
you
we're
can
on
actually raid
Xbox,
people's-
so hopefully Microsoft's setup can handle everything that's going to be going on with it. You know, whenever you have an
No, there's
online release of anything, you always have to just kind of have your fingers crossed. So we'll see.
now
what
their
happens.
servers are going to explode again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's time for them to upgrade anyways. Might as well destroy them for them.
Well, they already have started, haven't they? Upgrading.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're upgrading though too, as you know, they're moving towards Xbox One and what they're going to need for that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, which should more than handle the need for
Stress of
GTA,
GTA.
hopefully. So
That is gonna
No, they have they have an acre of property just of servers for GTA 5 for when it pops,
right,
for multiplayer pops.
The
I mean,
hilarious
they're
thing-
only using one server right now, but boy, they got those other 500 for when multiplayer pops, because people will be no lifing that when that comes out. I know if I could steal one from one of my roommates, I'll probably be one of the few.
Also, another cool thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, one of the online marketplaces for it, because you got the, I can't remember what they're called, but you got 2 online marketplaces for share trade, haven't you?
mm-hmm.
One of them's a community-driven one. One
Yeah.
of them connects to your online status, and whatever the community's buying and selling will reflect in the market, and that's the Wellsack one.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, they have a lot of
That-
interesting things. I mean, you can play the stock market kind of in the game,
Yep.
and you can benefit based on what's going on there. And the way that the missions and everything are set up, they really do a good job of introducing all of those aspects to you, and not like just throwing it in your lap and saying, "Here, do this." They really do have. I mean, they kind of do. They say, "Hey, this is available to you now, and you can play around with it if you want, but you can also wait, and the missions will progressively help you to do better with it as well."
Yeah,
I
same
think
as. Go on, Eric.
Go ahead, Wayne. Okay. I think they did a good job keeping players that have been playing the series coming back, but then also for people who haven't played a Grand Theft Auto game and they see Grand Theft Auto 5, the learning curve is not as steep as just like, here you go, now do whatever you want with it, and you're sitting here scratching your head trying to figure it out. They actually explained to it, like you were saying, and I think that was really good that they threw something in for the, I guess, veterans is the only way I can explain it, and then for your new people they also threw in something, so that's really, really nice.
Well, that's one of the benefits that Rockstar has with the GTA series is the fact that every single version of the game has been a different story. It's never been, oh, we're playing as this character, oh, let's go ahead and do the next game as that character too and just progress their life even further. It's always been a different main character, different protagonists for each game, so which has helped them a lot in allowing them to have the flexibility to add and change things in the game. So
And they've always tried to change up the setting as well every single game, pretty much. Every single game's been pretty much a different setting, which is odd that they went back to San Andreas on this one.
oh, but they made it so much bigger, so much bigger. It's huge.
Well, like I say, it's Rockstar. Please go back to Vice City. Please go back to Vice City.
Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
imagine
they've
them
gotta make
actually
Vice City
putting
a lot
together all the New York bureaus, the boroughs rather, and having the actual game being as big as New York City? That would be
Oh, wow.
insane.
I'd say it would be nice as DLC. Here, you can now go to Vice City and they map in Vice City on it.
That would be crazy. Vice City deserves its own series. I mean, or its own game. You can't just do a DLC from one to the other.
No.
They're on different sides of the country, so it's just
Well, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna pick up a copy whenever I get the money, and that way I have my own copy, play it when I want. That way I don't have to keep stealing it from my roommates. They're like, "Where's my GTA?" And I'm sitting in here playing it, and they're like, "Give me my GTA back." I'm like, "Crap, save," and the disc back. So I don't know.
Do
Now-
like the stuff they've done with it.
I got a question for you guys. Have any of you been following Battlefield as of lately?
Not lately, no.
I've seen a fair bit of stuff for it.
I did see something along the lines of they originally promised that you would be able to destroy a skyscraper, and they've decided that you won't be able to do that now. I know that's
Yes.
been a... Oh, is that what
That's
you were...
been a Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Haven't they
That's
said they're
been a
taking it out on console,
huge-
though?
No, they've
that
not
was
taken
a
it out, Wayne.
Yeah, on console.
No, they've not taken it out. It's still there. It's just undestroyable.
Yeah, I think it's on
It-
console, though. Well, only on console they've done that, if I remember correctly.
From what I'm reading, it's on PC because apparently everybody's really, really mad that they can't, destroy a skyscraper. Everybody's dream is to blow shit up, and
Yeah.
here you go, destroying a skyscraper. I mean, but I wanted your opinions on them kind of going back to Battlefield 2 with the commander mode and actually having a commander now and not just sitting there. You have somebody kind of in charge.
It's a good idea. I mean, I suppose it would increase...
It'll work properly.
Well, not really. I mean, if you think about it, you do get a lot of big teams. And if it's a big team, usually you do have somebody who is a leader for that big team. It's along the same lines of the guilds in MMOs. You've got somebody in charge who gives them the orders.
Yeah,
Or the
problem
raid
is,
leader.
though, you've then given them the power to launch Tomahawk missiles from cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, sorry, don't do
Honestly, all they could have done is taken the exact same in my opinion, though, is they could have taken the exact same commander mode from Battlefield 2, where you could drop a UAV, where you could drop supplies, drop a vehicle, and that's it. Not get a gunship, not get a Tomahawk missile. I mean, still give the drop supplies. I like the aspect of you can look, or you can you can look through that person's perspective and see how the battle's changing. They could have added that, but the fact that you're getting a gunship, the fact that you're getting Tomahawk missiles, the fact that you're getting all this tool, and there's nothing to counter it. I mean,
Yep,
the enemy team's got a commander, but it's not like you can go to the enemy base, or it's not like you can go and kill their, like in Natural Selection 2.
Yeah,
You
can't
can
kill
just-
the commander.
You can't kill the commander, so that, and you take somebody out of the fight. So what should be, say for standards, 12 on 12. Now it's an 11 on 11 because one person on each team is commander.
No,
So
they've
you're-
said they're not actually doing that. You've got your standard
Really?
amount, then you've also got the commander on top of. And the commander can
Ah.
actually command from a mobile device, which is what it's actually being set up for. You can
Yeah.
actually use commander device from a mobile phone. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you still have all-out war mode or commander mode, so I don't think you get many going into commander mode.
No.
It's still the idea though that it's like, I mean, they could have added some new toys, meaning like the Tomahawk missile's kinda okay, but the gunship's pushing it. But the gunship's like, if you can shoot down the gunship, okay, but I don't really see anything to counter Tomahawk missiles.
Well, in
Like,
my
he
opinion,
shoots in a
it
Tomahawk.
depends on how they would, put that in. Are they going to make it to where the commander can just willy-nilly fire them, or are they going to have it be kind of COD style where, one of your players has to reach a certain, point where he's killed so many people, and then he can call in and say, "Hey, commander, give me a strike here." Does it have to do that, or can the commander just willy-nilly do it? That's would be my question.
From
What they've seen
what
is
I-
cooldown based, by the looks of it.
It's cooldown based. You can call the only thing that's kind of what. Well, let's put it this way: kill streaks. I mean, kind of what they're going for.
Kill streaks.
But the C-130 and a couple of other things. I know the Tomahawk missile's not on that list, but they're kind of kill streak-ish. I think they were talking about a point system with it, where they were experimenting where your top person gets a kill, or you get a certain amount of points for dropping ammo and stuff like that. They were really doing that for the commander. But as for the Tomahawk missile, it's on, if I remember correctly, it's on a 45-second cooldown,
Yeah.
is what it is.
But if I remember correctly as well, a ground unit has to lock up a target for you with it, which means
Yes,
recons are
it
actually
has.
going to be friggin' useful for once.
Soul Flams are actually going to be viable now. I am glad, though, that they are putting the they're giving C4 back
Everyone.
to everyone, because that was a huge thing in Bad Company. Because
Me,
Battlefield
like,
3,
universally hated that already.
yeah, but Battlefield 3, like what's a recon gonna do with a tank right in front of him? He's gonna throw a grenade at it or run away. Bad Company 2, he drops C4 on it. No more tank.
Battlefield 3, he could literally equip a shotgun with explosive rounds and actually take out a tank. As stupid as it
Frag rounds,
sounds.
Yeah.
Doesn't do a lot of damage, but if you fire enough shit at somebody, it will eventually die.
Yeah. But I was just kind of curious if any of you have read up on that. They're also they're talking about it. I really hope they don't do it, but they're going to revamp some of the Battlefield 2 maps. The problem of it is they're revamping ones that they think are going to be good instead of asking the community. And from the ones that they've picked are horrible. They're going to be horrible for that because you're taking out. A lot of them don't have any ocean, so you're taking out
the boats.
taking out the boat, so no tomahawks. So you're taking a big chunk of the game out because of a map. I mean, but it's like you put it into a game and then put a map in where you can't use it. It's kind of like,
I also hope they keep the flying system that they had in Battlefield 3, because Battlefield 3's flying system was actually lovely. It was difficult to originally use, but once you got used to it, it was actually fine. It was just that initial getting used to it, that initial learning curve for flying in Battlefield 3 was pretty harsh.
Yeah. Well, we also have a number of other games that are up and coming. We've got FIFA 14 coming out.
I won't be touching with a 20.
The new wrestling game.
That's actually looking forward to. Strangely.
Why? They put WrestleMania in. You've got the Ultimate Warrior. You've got old classics back in. A great idea.
To be fair, yeah, that is the one saving grace, but you've got
You know,
a lot
the
of
last
content
wrestling game that I really enjoyed, I think, was on Nintendo 64, and it was the NWO versus WCW or something. It was the one where you could go in and you could create your wrestlers. You could create your own NWO, or create your own order of wrestlers and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. That was, God, ages ago. But
What I
Definitely.
enjoyed was, you remember it, the initial SmackDown on PlayStation 1.
yeah.
Wow.
first one.
1997, Wayne.
Yeah. Last wrestling game I enjoyed was the original
Now that's sad.
SmackDown. Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't played any wrestling games, so I've.
You're
There's
not
not a lot
missing
of-
that much, Ari, but there are some things that are fun about them.
Yeah.
As
Well,
Ari
considering
chokes on his air or whatever. I don't know.
well, considering nobody was expecting another WrestleMania game because THQ went under, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the fact that they have now got a new wrestling game coming out is a fantastic idea.
Who is
Now, I'm looking at-
who's the maker on that?
Just having a look now. It is Future Media Creators, Ukes, and 2K Games.
2K.
So 2K,
2K
is the big one on that, obviously, and we'll have to see how they do. I mean, obviously they'll have the opportunity to implement some new systems and stuff. So we'll be relying on you, Clegg, to let us know how that is and if it's worth a buy. Because
I might
Oh,
end up
I'm
buying
buying
it.
it.
Well. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've got to pre-order it though because the pre-order is the Ultimate Warrior, unfortunately. But it's 30 years of WrestleMania mode. Now, if anybody follows
Wow.
wrestling like I did back in the day,
Yeah, same here.
the Ultimate team-ups of Hulk Hogan and Earthquake and Hulk Hogan Macho Man,
Yep.
Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
They were just awesome. Jimmy Superfly Snooker. Come on, you
Yeah.
recreate that coming off the top rope. Oh yes, please.
Also, don't they have Brutus the Barber Beefcake in there? I can't remember.
Oh, Brutus Barbecue. I'd imagine he would be in there
Because
he was in
if you
WrestleMania.
remember, he had a tag team at one point with Hulk Hogan, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, I think WrestleMania 4. No, I'm thinking of Survivor Series where they had the teams. But anyway, you look at it, mate. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Now, if they gave us a SummerSlam mode and a Survivor Series mode and a Royal Rumble mode as well, then you won't see me for weeks. I can guarantee you that.
As long as they give us plenty of destructible, atmosphere, the tables, the chairs, the being able to
More
go out
chair.
and fight in the audience and fight on the announcer's table, stuff like that. That was always what made the game so fun. Going
Fun.
backstage and fighting out in the parking lot, those kind of things are, the
Lot of fun.
really fun things about those games because you can just
Well,
go
they-
so
they-
over the top with them.
Oh, definitely. Well, they have announced a collector's edition of this game.
Oh God.
Yes.
It's called the Phenom Edition. It comes in a tin coffin. Yeah,
Yes.
a tin coffin. You got.
Clake's
ink
gonna have
inside, much more. If I can get hold of a copy of that and I have the money, I am having that, and I will show it here on a podcast and just go, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna build a shelf back there behind you on the wall with
Would
the
you?
tin coffin sitting on it.
I'd have to put my Star Wars Old
Yeah.
Republic Special Edition thing on there as well.
Yeah,
That's
there
not
you
in
go.
the box. Never opened that bugger.
I've got an entire desk full of crap over there.
Yeah,
But
you've got a nice empty wall back there behind you, Clegg. I'm surprised you haven't done that yet.
It's a rented apartment, and I'm only allowed so many things in the wall.
Well, you know what you can use
Yeah.
is toothpaste to plug those holes when you're done.
And to be honest, I wouldn't trust those walls because when you tap them, they bend.
Oh, that's yeah, I hear you.
It's a conversion of an old shop, so
I
the
gotcha.
internal walls are not exactly,
the internal
Yeah.
walls are basically plasterboard.
No, they're not plasterboard, mate. They're something, probably paper, to be perfectly honest. Because one of
Wow.
you can literally lean against it and your
I wouldn't
handprint
be
goes in.
surprised if it's actually MDF, and it's just bending when you push
I know.
it.
It's not MDF, dude. Trust me, that's not MDF. I mean, if you look at the wall there, it looks nice, but that's not actually wallpapered or painted. That is just plaster.
Yep.
What they've done is the guys done the ceiling with Artex and then done the walls as well, just as an afterthought.
God.
I'm, it's nice. I'm above a chippy, a kebab shop, a novel shop,
All
a
places
sandwich
you can't
shop, a
actually go
butcher.
at the moment.
Yeah, well, I can. I can have chicken kebabs because they're healthy.
There you go.
I can't have any sauce, but I can have chicken kebabs.
It's something, anyways.
Well,
Oh,
God, I
that's
got to
it.
start dieting sometime soon too. I do not envy you that.
Well,
Oh, well.
20 days and I've lost 3 to 4 pounds, which isn't bad.
Nice.
And I've only gone to the gym 4 times in that entire 20 days because I've been a lazy sod.
Hey, it
So-
was more
Alright,
than
gonna get
it was
motivation
more
for
than you'd gone to the gym in the last 5 years. So you're good.
It's more than I've gone to the gym in the last 10 years, to be perfectly honest.
So you're step in the right direction.
Oh,
So-
yeah. A
You'll have some
couple of stone
motivation.
before I come over. And then I can put it all back on when I'm over there.
well, I'm going to turn out like, no offense, Clegg, but I'm going to turn out like you when Battlefield 4 comes out, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
If you put this
I'm
amount
gonna-
you put this much weight on in while playing Battlefield 4, mate, you seriously have no life. This is a good 10 years of bad eating, this is.
I'm drinking. Don't forget
I'm
drinking.
six.
Oh, yeah, it's the drinking.
I'm 6'5", but don't challenge me, Clegg. I'll do it just to prove it to you.
Yeah, the problem
Wait,
is
how much do you
I'm
weigh
not
at
as
the
tall.
moment, Eric?
How much do I wear at the moment?
I guarantee you it's about half as much as
Yeah,
Clay.
he probably weighs 190.
210, 215.
Oh, okay, you're actually
Something
over
like
2.
that.
I'm surprised. No, that's,
Hey! I'm not a lightweight. I'm 6'5". It just looks like I'm skinny as hell.
That's awesome.
my brother's 6'6".
Well-
He weighs like 225 or whatever. But he's a
I'm about
construction
5'9",
worker.
5'10".
Just because my mom put Miracle Grow in my shoes. That's how come I'm so tall. I'm also in a 15 size shoe. Anywhere from 15 to 19 size shoe, depending on the make. So
See, my parents just always bought their beef from the farms that said extra growth hormone included.
my mom put Miracle Grow in my shoes, and so that's how come I'm so tall. And I still got 3 years left of growing because I'll be 20 this year.
Hell,
Well,
I
I got
grew.
about
I
3
grew
years.
until I was 28. So I was six.
No.
I was
Yeah.
6'2" when I was 18, 6'3" when I was 22, and I'm 6'4" now at 30. So
I've been my height now for about last at least 8 years, I'd say.
I
I
went
feel
from
like a right short ass compared to you three then.
You are a short ass. I keep telling you this.
Watch it, you, I'll punch you in the nuts. I'm at the right height to do that.
No, you're at the right height to maybe
Well-
between a shin.
well, now we've completely diverted off of topic of everything podcast related. And
No.
who here can't wait to be a pirate in Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Yarr!
Arg! There you go.
Arg me hearties.
Yo, what
So-
about run for me?
That's another
Well,
big
as
game
you
that I'm
know-
looking forward to.
Well, as you
I
guys
have
know,
the
I
voice.
actually have a hatred for Assassin's Creed because
Yeah.
I think of the way the game plays. After looking at Black Flag, I may be tempted to pick it up.
Well, the last
If you
part
s-
the-
if you saw any of the naval combat, oh my god, I can't wait for more of that.
blasphemy. Clegg.
I've seen the special edition. I want that.
Yeah.
I want the model. It looks lovely. Well, I'm all for models, you know.
I just
Yeah.
want them to hurry up, goddamn make the next Fallout so I can buy their game and play it for
Yeah,
a
we-
week and a half, 2 weeks.
We need a Fallout 4 to come eventually. We need something. But
I
we
need
have
a
a lot of
Half-Life.
games coming out though to appease us. We've got Black Flag, we've got Watch Dogs, we've got so many
Got the
games.
Tom
Battlefield
Clancy one,
4.
What the hell it's called?
What's that?
The Tom Clancy one. I can't remember what the bloody hell it's called.
Oh, the
Tom Clancy.
Division.
Blacklist.
Division.
Tom Clancy Division.
Yeah.
That'll be next year though.
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be
The
an
new
awesome
Tom Clancy got. I thought it was called Flog a Dead Horse.
Flog a Dead.
Although it's getting that way with Tom Clancy.
I'm sorry. I've never liked any of the Tom Clancy series.
Well, to be fair,
Alright,
it's not related to any of the other games from what I've seen. It is a original. I mean, it's a Tom Clancy themed game, but it's its own standalone game. So
I agree with Jess. Pokemon
X and Y
X
on
and Y.
October 12th.
Right.
You're talking
Yes
to a.
and no for me.
You're
So the
talking
X,
to a
no to the Y, or what?
Yeah, no. Pokemon X and Y, yes, I would like to play it. No, I think what they've added to it is a complete pile of no. I mean, you've got Pokemon in there which have mega evolutions which last for a single battle. What?
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
I mean, yeah, I've got a Mewtwo. Look how powerful I am. Oh gosh, he's leveled up in battle. You're having it now, mate. No thanks.
Well, what about this, Clegg? I remember when Legendary meant something when it came to Legendary Pokemon, when it came to
yeah.
Mewtwo, when it came to Mew. Now it's like what? It went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first one, and it just like escalated to at least 7 or 8 in the last few. I mean, there's some like Legendary Pokemon now. I mean, it's just
Basically
Eh.
nothing.
Well, there is no legendary Pokemon. I mean, they proved that you can catch Lugia, and there's many Lugia. There's many Entei,
Yeah.
many Raikou, many Suicune, many Ho-Oh, many Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. You know, legendary means nothing. I think the only one that you've ever actually seen that was truly legendary is Giratina,
Yeah.
Groudon, and the Whale guy, and I don't know what the Whale one is. Water one.
don't look at me. But well, for me, it's like for somebody that grew up like watching the original Pokemon that has I don't know 2 or 3 copies of Pokemon 2000 and watches them pretty regularly. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I have emulators on my PC for everything up to
Understandable.
Well,
Rubia.
I'm going to show you
Yeah.
something now, Airy, that you're going to go, no way, right? The
Oh, God.
iPhone, correct? iPhone 5. Yeah?
Don't tell me you have a Pokemon emulator.
I have a Game Boy emulator which plays Pokemon Emerald on this.
I'm done.
Table.
I'm done.
iOS 7.
Next time I get the money, iPhone 5 with the Game Boy emulator, and you're gonna
The
see me like,
The only problem is you've got to tell the iPhone that it's actually a year before what it is now. Otherwise, the emulator's work. Because what it was, Apple saw that because the guy released the Game Boy emulator and said, right, that works through the iOS framework. Great. Apple found out, didn't like the fact that he was able to do the iOS framework to how he wanted. They then decided to revoke his license. When they revoked his license, they literally banned everything to do with the Pokemon on it. They just basically stopped it. So, bad move, Apple. Naughty Apple. There you go.
Well,
Jess has
for
it on
me-
her iPhone 4.
for me, it's
Mocha, St. John's.
I mean, I still have the Game Boy Color. I still have the Game Boy. I have the original Game Boy. I have a Sega Genesis.
Oh, wow.
You also had the brick then, yay.
No, I have the brick. Like, let's put it this way: I have every system from PS2 down. I have every system: Dreamcast, Sega, you name it. I've probably got it
You
in
don't have
one
the
of my.
PS1?
I have a PS1.
Do you have the original PS1? Or do you have one
do
of the
have-
PS1 specials, the slim thingies?
Oh, which were fucking
No, I have one of the big bulk PS1s.
I've still got
I-
mine. That survived the house fire.
Damn. For
How
me,
many
I
PS2
have.
survived the house fire?
PS2 didn't survive.
The
no.
only thing, the only thing I'm sad about selling right now. Tig,
What?
you're not the only one.
I'm just,
You're not the only one.
Like, all you need to do now is get your cat and do an earnest blowful moment. Just sit there going, yes.
I would do, but
I've
Slash is out
just been
killing
sitting
stuff
here
at the
like
moment.
messing around. I just didn't want people to think I was doing
Yeah.
something inappropriate.
We always think that, Tig. But for me, the only thing I regret selling is my PS2 is a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1. Biggest regret of my life, and I'm still kicking myself from it. But on the other hand, I will be getting money and I will be buying it. I also will be.
Kyogre, that's the fucker I was thinking of. Sorry, yes.
You eventually got
You will
that.
be buying, yeah.
I really want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out.
Mm.
The only thing I ever regret selling when it comes to gaming was my Dreamcast with both Shenmues and the
You
Skies
want
of
one?
Arcadia.
You want one?
Want one?
You want one?
The Dreamcast.
I got 2 Dreamcasts.
Jesus Christ.
Like, let's put it this way: I've got 3 Super Nintendos, 2
Why?
Nintendo. Because when you're like 8 years old and you have a family member that's like, video games, the hell is this? Get rid of it. You're like 8-year-old kids like, oh my god, it's mine. And then you're sitting there playing it, and then you realize that you have one sitting right next to it, so you have 2. I'm like, I'm awesome.
I need a third.
Well, I shouldn't tell you how many PS1s I have then.
I
don't
shouldn't tell
know.
you how many Xbox
I can
360s
beat
are
all
on
of you.
then.
I have got 4, count them, 4 GameCubes.
Yep.
And I don't know why. I seem to find... I literally had 1 GameCube, and now I seem to have found 3 more in the house. I don't know where they've come from.
I like
I can
the-
only assume they have spawned or come from somewhere. And I don't know, perhaps Nintendo's planning on taking over my house. I don't know.
What
But I
it
have
is,
now
like,
4 GameCubes.
Clegg?
Yes, Wayne.
is the black hole that was your washing machine, which eats all your socks, that has some strange reason materialized all somewhere else in your house as GameCubes.
I don't know. I mean, I buy socks every week, and I lose socks every week. I literally have 15 pairs of socks with only 1 to them. I don't know where the rest are. You know, I think the cat's taking them out and killing something with them. I honestly don't know why. I really don't.
Well,
Basically,
Clegg,
Techie thumping
you
thing
have-
of socks.
like
I
you
wouldn't
have
be
4
surprised.
GameCubes. I have 7 PS1s. And the original PS1s, I have 7.
I only need 1 PS1 because it still works.
I have 7, and what it is like, my friends were upgrading, so they're like, I'm gonna get the PS2, I'm gonna get the Xbox. Well, they're sitting here with this PS1, they don't want it. I'm like, I'll take this. Whenever I had a button,
A cinder block here. The cinder
I've
block.
got one of those. I've got 2 Nintendo 64s. I've got one of the Xboxes, and my older systems are all somewhere else. My mom liked
I
to have
have-
garage
I'm not
sales when I
destroying
was a
your
kid.
well, see, for me, I never had garage sales because nobody's gonna buy a Super Nintendo whenever there's a PS1 out or, you know, N64. Like, so I'd go to garage sales and I'd pick up, like, it's probably about 3 feet wide by 3 feet by about 2 feet deep, and I have one of those completely filled of Super Nintendo games that I bought for about 99 cents.
Nice.
And I'm sitting here, and I had a quote-unquote garage sale, and I had the tub out there, and he's like, well, how much do you want for the whole thing? I says, well, count them up. I think he said I had about 300 or 400 in there. He says, how much you want for them? Well, I bought them for $1 a piece, so give me $400 and they're yours. I'm not spending $400. I'm like, fine, then I'll go back to enjoying my childhood. But I told him.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry. I get in these moments where I just have to play like something old school.
Yeah, you
And I'll
left mine
chuck
over
my-
here, Jared. One of my 2 is Jared's.
Also, the fact that Tick's face seems to be getting redder and redder the longer we go on.
My faces?
Well,
I'm just leaning forward.
Yeah,
He's doing something inappropriate, so of course his face is getting
apparently,
red.
yeah.
No.
The longer this podcast goes on, the redder your face gets. It's getting even redder now. We started this.
He's blushing.
It's not.
Are you embarrassed, Tig?
No. I didn't
Okay.
even realize my face was getting red until Wayne said something. I don't know.
I just noticed it now when I looked at the cameras. Like, hang on a sec.
That's just me. I turn red.
So are you telling us we wouldn't like you when you're angry?
I don't turn green. I turn red.
Well, you've got a green screen behind you, so I mean,
I do have, but only you guys can see that. The stream can't see it.
well, I just revealed your secret then, magician.
Huzzah!
Yes, Jess, you can have my hat. I'll bring it to America with me, washed, cleaned, and pressed, and you can have it.
We're also
You can have Bill, my Angry Bird.
We're also tempted to
You
actually
better
have
not
shirts
forget
printed
now,
up
or
when
she'll
we
be
go along.
disappointed.
Yes.
Make sure you remind me.
Yes.
That's
We also
such
tend to have
that's
shirts.
a cop out right there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll remember as long
Remind
as
me,
you
I'll get
remind
it.
me.
Slash, you little shit.
There we go. I was waiting for the cat then, yes.
Oh, for sake. 2 seconds, guys.
What the hell happened?
Not a clue yet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Medium
We're gonna see the hat flying, hair flying everywhere.
I want to
Because
know what
son of a
Slash.
bitch.
I want to know what Slash killed.
Yeah.
Probably
Dead
killed,
bird in or something.
probably killed one of Clegg's wires.
That's always possible as well. But yeah, we're also tempted to have shirts not made up when we actually go to America. And just literally go, here you go guys, have a shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I have a shirt here. It's hanging up in my closet. I'm too lazy to.
Yeah, no, I was right.
Yeah. Is that a dead
What
mouse?
What the hell is that?
Dead
Dead
pigeon.
mouse! Oh my god!
Dead pigeon. Yeah,
Oh, dead pigeon. Yeah.
looks like it.
Nice.
Wow. Well, it's so pissed.
This is standard.
It's so pissed. He's like, God damn it.
Why do our podcasts always go this badly?
Let's see. The
All I
first
can see is
podcast
Clegg.
I-
All I can see is Clegg disappearing into the distance.
I mean, how
It
many
didn't go.
bad disruptions have we had on every single podcast? We've had one on
That's
every
fine.
single
We're
one.
just having fun.
The
Basically,
last
yeah, just
podcast,
us.
you guys didn't have any interruptions. Like the one that I first met you guys didn't have any interruptions.
It
That's
was
the
probably
first.
it was probably just mainly an entire interruption. Then you just didn't catch on.
Yeah.
Well-
That thing was completely derailed from beginning to end.
Probably. Because my lack of the order was, well, let's say lacking.
Yes. Makes me laugh. That's the first.
Uh-oh,
time I've ever
he's rematerializing.
Indeed, he
very
is.
slowly up the stairs. And there
He's
it
checking.
is.
He's looking for feathers now. Guessing there's
I
probably
know.
there's probably feathers all over the place.
I was waiting for the feathers to start flying. Swoosh.
Was he trying to make you a down pillow or something?
He put it on me foot, the little swan. I wouldn't mind, but I'm not wearing any shoes or socks.
Well, this is why you wear shoes and socks.
I now have a bloody foot.
He just wanted to give you a present. He loves you.
No, about that. He's disappeared.
He's going after another one.
He got you one. Now he has to go get himself one.
Go for dinner now.
It's like one for you.
Right.
I got to go get one for me.
I'm sorry about that. Where was I before I was attacked by my own cat with a dead bird?
Well, it's better than eating you again.
I can live with that. Don't worry, Jess. Yes, I know. Don't worry, Jess. The hat is safe. See, he's there. He's fine. Yes, he's gone back out. I think he's probably he's found a nest of birds he has, and he's there watching them. And he's picking them off one by one every day.
Can't say
They
as I
can't
blame him.
reproduce fast enough.
Ah, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I don't have a cat. I'm so glad I don't have a cat.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're
I
rather
got too much-
entertaining. Like, just wanted to say you're rather entertaining. Just sitting here watching the Clegg show.
Stay
It
tuned.
comes-
You might get ideas of making a Clegg show. I doubt it though. He's too lazy.
In comes Clegg. Here comes-
There is a Clegg show coming.
Oh God, no! It hasn't started up again. Has it? You're not doing that.
Yes, I am doing it.
Christ.
The first episode is badly cooked beans on toast. Cooking with Clegg. Stay tuned to a YouTube channel near you.
Food for gamers. Here to you. Make some
No,
piss
no, no,
slowly
no.
and quickly.
They're not food for gamers. It's just how to cook badly.
Well, if we're doing that, then I should make one about me trying to work a car. I have the worst time with cars.
You put the key in, you turn it, it turns on, and you go.
No, Tig, no. I have a 73. So you put the key in and it spins and spins and you're like, crap. Open up the hood, check battery. Oh shit, I shocked the hell out of myself. No big deal. Oh, go over here, pour a little gasoline in. Oh, set the whole fucking truck on fire. Oh, go over here. Yeah, well, let's blow it up and buy a new one.
Fun times.
You see, I'm having a problem with bike at the moment because it's bloody getting cold in the morning. It's a case of I don't want to start right now.
Oh, poor baby. Maybe if you get her a warm blanket,
Yeah, basically.
a
Wrap it around the
pillow.
engine a bit, you know. Yeah. Don't park it outside. No. You've got to park it inside next to the central heaters. You know, put a
Yeah.
blanket on it.
Yeah, make it feel at home.
Yeah, apparently.
Gotta carry
it's not
you.
good though if your bike's not wanting to start in the cold.
Yeah,
well.
it takes a minute or two to start.
What kind of coolant do you have in it?
Yeah, okay.
There's your answer. I haven't heard of that brand. Is that a new one?
Apparently, yeah.
Or
I have to go
what kind
check
of
that
oil do you have in it? Is the oil getting gummed up
It's a
in the
fu-
cold?
It's just a standard 4-stroke oil, to be perfectly honest. It's just taking a while for the battery, I think.
Yeah.
If the oil's getting gummed up, Wayne, throw a bit of antifreeze in with it.
To be honest, I think it's the battery at the moment not liking the cold. Remember, we used to have the same problems with our airsoft stuff, dude. In the cold, the battery's not liking it very much.
Yes.
I think that's
My
what
airsoft
it's
stuff.
like.
I got my air stuff out the other day to clean it.
Yep.
Hence
Mine
the
does.
reason I've got that.
Yeah,
I would love one of those, but you know,
You can
I
have
got-
the real ones.
yeah.
if we're showing off toys, then I gotta show off my toy.
I don't want to know about your toys. Yeah, you see,
Yeah, he's got great toys. See,
Yeah.
you got proper toys.
you got proper rifles. We can't.
I have a toy. I think one of the kids left this on my desk the last time they were over here. It's a little toy car.
It's not quite in reach.
Well, it's a
Wow,
it's
that's
a pellet rifle. It's a pellet rifle because I don't have $500 to get my license that I want. So, but it shoots 1400 FPS, so the equivalent of a 22. Oh. Why are you guys always on my bed? You see how it is.
Whose dogs
This
are
day
they?
when I got close.
I hate to say it, guys. Your toys are awesome. However, beats all.
I don't
I
know. I
can't-
think Gun beats Minion. I think.
No, Minion wins everything.
I could go upstairs and get a gun, but it's not a toy, so I won't, I
Yeah,
won't do
exactly.
that.
No, it'd be our luck that it's our luck that like some like firearm like. Well, go get him. Don't tell me. Yeah.
Well, I have actually got a box of grenades still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep a
So,
box of grenades
Right.
under my bed. For Christ's
since we've gone completely off topic completely.
I get him. Hey God. That's
So they're
what,
making a
number
Mad
two?
Max game
Yeah.
Really?
Are they?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are actually. Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Coming
The
out
trailer
next,
looked kind of ace.
yeah, next May it's
Well-
supposed to come out.
Well, can I talk about a certain game, MMO?
Certainly.
You know, World of Warcraft has just released their new patch, 5.4.
Uh huh.
Yes.
Do I need to
Okay.
actually
Which is-
update?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
worth-
Siege,
is it
Siege of
worth
Orgrimmar. It's not bad. However, and this is the fun part, they stated in the patch notes that you would need a certain cloak to get in and do a secret boss on a new area they've opened up. People have found a way to get around that. Join the raid and get the Warlock to pull you over. You can get in without needing the cloak, and you get the kill and the loot automatically. Blizzard, so far, have hotfixed it 4 times since it's been released last week.
Yep.
And also
The-
another thing on Blizzard's note, then while we're still on this, Diablo 3 Auction House gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've closed the real money auction house.
They said,
About
"Oh, that's
time."
enough of that.
Yep.
It's about time." Yeah, that was a mistake on their part in the beginning.
Yep.
Another-
There it goes.
Further Blizzard news, which we haven't actually stated today: Hearthstone
Yes!
The goddamn game.
I want
I
it
want my-
so bad. I want Hearthstone
Well,
now.
Blizzard, wallet.
I know.
Well,
I have a checkbook. How much do you want me to write in it? Just tell me now. Ugh.
you guys want a key? You guys want keys?
Yes, Hearthstone
Yes.
keys now.
I want
Did he,
Hearthstone.
did he just pick up a pack of keys?
Who, me? No. I can buy a pack. I can get you a pack of keys if you relax. No promises. I have to sell my soul, wheel and deal. Buy it on the black market or.
If
Or I
there's
just
a
ask
certain
you-
Airy in this call that can get us into Hearthstone, he will be loved for eternity.
If
And
she gets into Hearthstone,
eternity.
we'll be very happy and we'll be playing Hearthstone repeatedly.
Yes. GTA 5, what's
well-
that? Hearthstone, yeah!
It might disappear and Hearthstone might suddenly appear.
Okay. Since we're still on Blizzard, I know that none of you have probably looked at this. The Blizzard has leaked the new expansion for StarCraft 2.
Ooh, have they really? I've
What's it
not read
going to be
anything about
called?
this.
Do we know?
Spill it.
No, nothing. But apparently, what has been said, obviously, you're going to be playing Protoss.
Right.
But what has been said is Zeratul is going to be your main character,
Really?
and yes.
Mm.
And from what they say about the storyline, is there's going to be multiple endings.
Good.
Cool.
So I'm
Storyline
sitting.
Hearthstone's all been
So I'm
nice.
sitting here, kind of like what you're doing, Tig. Here's my wallet.
Yeah.
Give me now.
Like, I just threw mine at the screen. It worked. Apparently, it doesn't work.
I
because
just
they
I
haven't
just
given
want
it.
to know if Blizzard will ever be brave enough. You know, they have with World of Warcraft numerous times. But I want to know with StarCraft, will they ever be brave enough to add in any additional races? Because eventually you're going to
Yeah.
have StarCraft 3. I want to know, is StarCraft 3 going to have an additional race or two? I think
What, you
that
mean
would
like
be
a
cool.
panda?
Well, no, not
But how do you-
pandas, but...
But
you know.
how do you yeah, like you're saying though, StarCraft 1 you had Protoss, Zerg, and Terran.
Uh-huh.
StarCraft 2, Protoss, Zerg, and Terran with new units with Heart of the Swarm, and then the eventual. How do you add to that?
In
with
my opinion, what
Protoss,
they could
Zerg?
do is have, you have the different factions of the Terran. Why not capitalize on that? Why not have one team of Terrans that has this available to them? Have another Terran faction come in and have different units available to them. Do the same thing with the Zerg. You have obviously those that follow the Queen of the Damned, and then you can have those that still, rely back
Or
on the
Pharaoh.
Overlord, the Overmind, and what he had led them to.
Hang on.
I mean,
Well,
it
that
would
was
be
the whole point.
interesting. So,
Wasn't that the whole point
Yep.
of the expansion pack StarCraft 1? You had the actual people who were humans in that galaxy, and then you had the Confederacy, the Terrans turn up.
yeah.
I mean, they could go somewhere with that. I mean, the Terrans are still out there.
Yeah.
Why
Well, I
not?
mean, you
Why-
have the obviously the overarching story of the Zergs and the Protoss being created by the same
Mind.
over
By the Xel'Naga.
Was it the Xel'Naga or the Narzul?
The Xel'Naga, yeah.
Xel'Naga.
Okay, yeah.
So why not start bringing in some lost faction of the Xel'Naga? I mean, they could
Good thing to do.
they could do something like that. I mean, you're talking about an entire universe. I mean, you can
What are the
have
odds that there are
anything.
3 races?
Right, you could have anything added in it. I'm just wondering if they'll ever be brave enough or anything like that to where they.
I don't
will,
know. The StarCraft 2 community is not as forgiving as the World of Warcraft
Oh, I know.
community by far.
Problem is, they've
that's like-
also
That's like
Well,
Hellbats.
balance.
When they got nerfed, they got nerfed pretty substantially a couple of patches ago. My God, the forums were hit so damn hard.
the problem is
They
they
were-
needed that though because
There was, let's put it this way. I still have one of the post saves as my favorite, and it has close to 4,000 now, 4,000 replies, and 4,000 votes to put back Hellbats to what they were because
Very
people
awesome.
are not happy, and I'm sitting here like, they're broken. What do you go, Terran, Hellbat Medevac, win game. Oh boy, it's so hard. Like even though
Hellbot dropped
I-
mineral
I-
line. Oh look, I beat you already. because
I hate
it's
to
so
bash
cost-effective.
anybody. I hate to bash like any creators or anything, unless it's like League of Legends, and I'll bash them all day. But beside the point, um, David Kim is kind of the director when it comes to StarCraft. He's an idiot. Like he is literally an idiot because he thinks that Terran is balanced, but the fact of it is Terran's not. Like you have an anti-air unit and you have a ground unit 30 seconds into the game. Like, and Zerg doesn't have enough not unit. Well, let's just say units for lack of a better word. Enough units to spend minerals on. Zerg is so gas heavy that it's like, what do you do with all this excess minerals? You can't build Zerg. You can build Zerglings, but you can't build structures. You can build spine crawlers and spores. That's it. Spine crawlers and spores is all you can build.
Yeah.
I think
Although I have seen half a map covered in spine crawlers before now, which is actually hilarious.
yes.
Well, and you could build queens, lots and lots of queens. So
I've actually seen a queen rush before now. That's hilarious.
I have to.
Oh,
Try-
look,
try
I've got an entire army of queens. Let's just transfuse all the way across the map.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I can send you a video of a swarm rush. That's pretty funny. People get so pissed off at that one because you're constantly sieging their base and they can't. It's like,
Do
oh boy,
anything about it.
you killed these little broodlings or whatever, and it's like, but you didn't kill the swarm host. Ergo, you're still gonna get sieged to death.
Swarm hosts
Now-
are a bit broke if you can get enough of them.
Now, I know we've played it on stream and stuff like that. Pro versus Zealot. Pro versus Zealot has received some love as well from the cast of Blizzard. They didn't. They had a live stream for 3.5 hours of Riot employees.
Blizzard. Wrong
Thank
game,
you.
man.
Sorry, I have it open right now.
Yep.
Blizzard. There we go. I got it right. Blizzard employees playing it and realizing how fun it was, and now there are Blizzard employees realizing that custom games sometimes are better than the actual game.
Yeah.
And they're admitting it.
You
Oh, yeah,
also got
sure.
the ship-based ones, which were really well done. The was it Star Battle? That was
Something
really
like
well
that.
done.
Or fleet, or
Something
I
like-
don't know. Battleship,
Yeah,
something like that.
You had Battleship. And
Now-
you also had
Okay.
the other one as well.
The one that we were playing where you had to build like a village, a tent, keep the
Oh,
fire
yeah.
going. I finally figured that one out. I have officially figured it out. I could explain it, but let's
It'll take
not
a while.
say it.
Yeah, no, just
The-
suffice it to say that
the-
there is a lot of custom content available in
Yeah.
StarCraft 2,
That's-
and that's one of the greatest things about it too, is because
Yep,
even Jared
buy
and I, back
StarCraft.
into the age of Brood War and original StarCraft and
Yeah.
stuff, the custom content is what we thrived on.
But it makes me laugh. People are complaining that you're spending, what, is it $60 for StarCraft or something like that?
Yeah,
$60 to $80.
yeah,
And people
Right
complain,
now-
it's like, oh, it's expensive. No, it's not. You get about 1,000 games in one.
right.
Like
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
for me, and it's like, and there's some games that you can't even get on certain servers. Like I know on NA, Pro versus Zealot is, well, it's more active than EU. I go on EU, the tower defense games are more loved than like Pro versus Zealot or stuff like that. And if
Well,
you go on to Asia, go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say that's another great point right there, is the fact that both StarCraft and Warcraft, so many games, self-contained games in and of themselves, the original concept for those games, some of the biggest titles, originated
Game.
where? With the Blizzard games. I'm talking about Dota, I'm talking about LoL, I'm talking about, all these games that had some
Yeah.
base concept held within Blizzard's games. And, those games now make tons of money in and of their own selves. And it's just unbelievable.
That's like for me, I know Dota and even Dota 2, pretty much the same game, little bit difference, but same company has made it.
Sparkling, basically, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Dota is as long as it's been out, I'm surprised that League of Legends is more of a popular game than Dota. I go to Twitch and I'll see maybe 27,000 people watching Dota. I look over at League of Legends and I've got 50, 60, 70, 100,000 people. It's always at least double.
There is a reason.
And
for that.
Riot
It
has
the
put in.
installed user base initially because that came out before Dota 2. If Dota 2 came out first, you'd have had more people watching Dota 2 because, unfortunately, with being a free-to-play game and you buy stuff as you go along, that means you're inherently going to want to stay on that one game because you've invested into it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
That's
you're going to
how
have that
friends
original
get.
player base that's also wanting their friends to play that game, not the other one, and giving them the same reason. It snowballs, and it's just that was one of those series of games. I mean, you have more than just those two games.
Like,
you have League
my
of
only
Legends,
thing of it is,
you have Dota, but then you also have Heroes of Newerth, which they kind of came out in that order.
Sure.
And if you look at it, it snowballs, and you know the first people got into League of Legends, and that's where the biggest community
it's
is
just
going.
where it's at. I have Han, Heroes of Newerth, yeah. I have Han, I have Dota 2, I have League of Legends. And of all of those, if I had to put them in a list, it's League of Legends is popular, Dota 2, Han. Han is at the bottom of the list. I see nobody playing that.
Yeah,
Granted,
not
I
too
see
many.
nobody playing Dota 2, but I look at League of Legends, and it's like, Jesus, you have so many people online.
Yeah,
But
but you've
the
got,
thi-
I don't think that's the better game out of the lot. I
Yeah,
think Dota 2
no,
is
it's
a
not just
much
that,
more
like,
polished product.
you've got to remember the only reason you've got a lot of people playing Dota 2 is because there's a lot of people who enjoy Dota. Now, as you know, Dota was originally just a basic single map from Warcraft 3,
Right.
Yeah.
which they continued onwards. And the fact is, Dota has got a very, very rabid fan base. That's why you still see more people playing Dota 2 than Han, Heroes of Newerth. But that's the fact. I mean, you can apply that to pretty much any game and to any console. Look at the console wars of the 80s and 90s.
What fun
P-
they
Well, Nintendo and Sega. Nintendo came out first, so you got a bigger base with Nintendo than you did for Sega. And then you same again, you had the PlayStation 1. That came out before pretty much anything else at the time. The only alternative over here was the Amiga 32. But because Amiga was a dying system over here, nobody bothered. PlayStation 1 hit and people went, wow, we can do that. And then obviously you got the Xbox and all that came out after that, the PlayStation 2. But people do stick a lot to brand and to series.
Brand
And
certainly
that's how it works all the time. I mean, League of Legends hasn't got a series to play on. So the fact that it's got so many people playing it is a success in itself.
Another thing of it is like I see. My only complaint is being, I guess, a MOBA player, is I feel that the Han and Dota 2 communities just utterly destroy the League of Legends community. League of Legends community, in my opinion, is trash because it's like some games you get into people that are like, okay, well, I'm going to play this role, I'm going to play this role, and you don't have to fight. And then you get into some lobbies where you've got 4 guys fighting for the same role, and then you got this guy who is like brand new to the game, and like you got to give him some love, and you don't want to send him alone, but you have to because these 4 guys are fighting over like the single role. It's like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's like me. I can play every role. I just have my
Your preferred.
preference role. Yeah. And
That's the same with any
that's what irritates.
class-based game, though. Any class-based game, you
Sure.
always get that crap. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. But no one wants to play the support-style guys, ever.
Everybody wants the win button.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
I play
That's-
support.
Yeah. I play support in most games. Like, every time
I-
we play Battlefield, you've always got me and Clegg basically running the support role for the entire team because no one else is willing to do it.
Yeah.
For me, it's for me. Somebody there's a video out, and it's a music video, but it sums it up. That supports are here for a reason. If you didn't have supports, you'd have double. Where would you be? Your tanks wouldn't be able to heal. They wouldn't be getting buffs. Like if you're a Warcraft player. League of Legends, your AD carry and wards would not exist. So supports are the unsung heroes
What was that?
of most games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy's doing tons of damage, but the support over here is keeping him alive.
The support
So
over here is allowing him to do that damage. Yeah.
Yep.
and that's how come like I hate people like I'll play a support in a ranked game, and people will be like, "Are you a good support?" And I'm like, "What's hard about like I hate these people that are like I can't play support," and it's like it's really really easy. You ward the map, and if they come on your AD carry, you look at them and say, "No, my AD carry or my person that I'm defending," and okay, so you don't keep timers and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a little bit of advance, but the basics is protect your AD carry, ward the map. There you go.
Well, it's
And
one of those thankless tasks 9 times out of 10.
I mean,
any sort of support role.
I had, what was it? I had a family member come over. Never played League of Legends, never heard of Dota, none of that. I sat him down, and I told him the easiest role to play is support. He says, okay. And that was about 6 months ago. Now that I've done that, he mains support, and he's within, I'd say, the top 500 people in League of Legends. He
Very
knows his role, and he mains support. Like he hasn't played a top lane, he hasn't played a middle, jungle, anything. All he has is supports. I'm sitting there like, see, supports don't get the love.
Never do.
Well, can I just derail for a sec?
Sure.
You were talking about Nintendo games before and having a Nintendo discussion. Do you know one thing we didn't touch on?
What?
Hiroshi Yamaguchi.
Yeah,
The-
I was
the-
going to
the-
get to that in a bit. Yeah.
The chief video games creator, the guy who turned it from a trading card company to a
Into-
video game company,
yeah.
into the success it is today.
Passed away this week, wasn't it? Just gone.
On the 20th, I believe. 85 years of age. I wish I can get that old and be that successful.
Well, if I had a glass right now, I'd raise my glass because he defined my childhood. But here's my glass to you, sir. I have an empty bottle, so
That'll do.
but to you, sir.
I will tip the hat.
God damn it, my hats are all over there.
Yes.
I don't have a hat.
To be
But-
fair, this time next year I won't have a hat either because Jess will have it.
Yeah. You've got many hats.
I shall
Well,
have to buy the.
plethora
I shall have
of
to buy the.
hats.
I shall have to buy the red one next.
You have
Well-
a plethora of other hats to wear.
Yeah, but this is comfy and warm.
And your others are?
Not really.
Fair enough.
I mean, my Disney top hat is, but that's about it.
You got to remember, you go to America, you can buy yourself a nice Stetson.
What? Really? I'm gonna go to America, and the things I'm gonna buy is a
Stetson.
Stetson. No, dude. Let's be fair. No,
I'll buy you a sombrero. I'll buy you a sombrero, Clegg.
I've got one somewhere.
Yeah. This is me and Cleggy talking about, we buy stupid shit, we go to festivals all the time. We come back with fucking hats and all sorts.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I've
I'll
got
bet-
A Viking
I'll have
helmet
to
in
get-
there somewhere.
Well, if I'm in Arizona when you guys come down, you guys can come down and enjoy the heat with me. But I'll definitely take you if we're in Tucson. I'll definitely take you out to Karichimakas, and you'll enjoy yourself.
Fair enough.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Don't know what the hell that is, but okay, whatever.
It's a Mexican restaurant down here. It's in Tucson only, and what it is they serve you traditional food. The thing of it is you have different heat levels. Like you have mild, you have mild, medium, and hot. They also serve you extreme and
Yeah,
what I call is
these British blokes, they don't know anything about hot food.
I don't know, you don't know anything about curries either compared to what we get over here. We actually get absolutely really gorgeous stuff because we got so many different fucking curry houses over here. It's unbelievable.
I can't stand curry. I've stepped foot into a curry shop and I almost lost my lunch.
Yeah,
It's not that it gets food. It's just that, oh my god, all those different curry smells mixing. Oh,
it's gorgeous. The thing is, though, you can go
Okay.
to any major city in the UK and you will have somewhere in there a top-notch curry house.
Oh, definitely.
The UK
Right.
is basically the top
You come
rated
here-
curry houses.
Guys, let's get back to the topic of what the podcast usually is: games and stuff.
Curry, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get into an argument about what I think consider as hot and what's cool and what's nice and what's too hot for my tongue. I've seen Mexican food. Trust me, I will be going for the mild stuff with lots of guacamole, lots of sour cream,
Come on,
and a large amount of chips. If I can find a guac hat and stick my face in it, I will do. Trust me on that.
I know a place I can get you a guac
That will
hat.
happen sometime.
I want a picture of me in a guac hat. I do want that. Anyway, back to games. Anybody been keeping up with the PS4 news?
I have
Yes and no.
seen a number of stuff this week.
I mean, Tig, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
have you
primarily
seen-
the idea that they're going to be unlocked for HDCP for gaming, but it's going to be in the future.
Well, that's not
Wait,
the one.
wait.
Oh, go on.
What were you talking about there, Tig? HP? What's that
HDCP locking, like they have for PlayStation 3 right now, which does not allow you to stream via the HDMI. You have to use Component to stream on PlayStation 3. So what they're doing for PlayStation 4 is they've come out and said, we're not going to be doing that for the PlayStation 4, but when it's first released, it still will be HDCP locked, so it's pretty retarded. So I
Okay,
won't be
okay.
buying a PlayStation 4 until I know I can use my capture card to stream on it. So
The hilarious thing is, Microsoft also came out and said a lot of the features they've been selling their console on ain't going to be there at release.
yeah. I'm not buying either of the consoles when they first come out. There's no reason to. I'm
No.
going to wait and see, what
Stay
different reviewers, come out with, and all that. I'll be focused on, continue with GTA 5 on Xbox 360, and I'll continue with PC play for a while. And
I'll stick it mostly to PC, but
Yeah.
Wayne and I were talking a few weeks ago about. I was happy the fact that I found out that Battlefield was coming out on 360 because I thought it was going to be a next gen game only.
no, it's not.
yeah.
Like,
Now,
I
what were you actually wanting to specifically talk about there, Clyde?
Right. As we know, the PS4 is not supposed to be backwards compatible, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
To PS3 games. However, Sony have announced Gaikai, which is their version of a streaming service where they will allow you to stream PS3 games to your PS4.
Yes.
Pretty much what the PlayStation Home system does now. It starts in the States next year, around about June, July, apparently.
So are you going to have to rebuy
When-
them then, or are they going to allow you to utilize current ownership of certain things?
No, what
I
Gaikai
would-
does is it's like a rental service. You pay a set amount per month or whatever sort of thing, and then they stream it to your console. If they're going to keep the Gaikai model they had before Sony bought them, that is. Because it was literally a streaming service where you paid them and then they streamed it to you. But you never actually physically owned.
It's the same as the PlayStation thing now, where they have titles on their home the home screen, or whatever the store. I've got to get there eventually. And literally, you can buy that game and then it just downloads it to your system. That's exactly what they're talking about, dude. But the question is, if they can do that, why can't they activate the backwards compatibility?
True.
It's a hardware problem, from what they've said, but
It wasn't a hardware problem with the PS3. Just make it slightly bigger and stick a PS2 on the top. That's what they did for that one.
yeah, they got rid of that pretty quickly because the production costs for that were ridiculous. If you remember.
Yeah, and then they released the PS3 Slim, and they actually turned around and said they could actually generate, they could emulate PS2 for the PS3 Slim because the hardware may not be there, but the software capability is there.
Yeah.
But they could do this. I mean, if it's a next-gen console, give people what they want. I've got a massive back title of PS3, PS2, PS1 games. Give me that on the PS4, and I brought PS4 because then I've got the next-gen console, I've got access to all my old games and that, and I've got the new games coming out.
This is why it looks like it was going to be a slow adoption rate of the new consoles because none of them were backwards compatible, but it's not going to be in a way because people have been waiting for a new console for a couple of years now.
Yeah, there's waiting for a new console, and then there's allowing you to do what you want with the consoles. I'll stick with Sony. PS1 was released, PS2 then got released, you could backwards compatible. PS3 got released, and when it first released, it was backwards compatible, and people brought them because of that. And they released PS2 games still into the first year of the PS3 sales.
Yeah.
So why they can't do that again is beyond me.
It's a marketing mistake in my opinion. It's really going to slow down how fast people buy those new consoles because
Yeah.
You know, you've got people that own 20 plus games for their console. They're not ready to move on yet. Or if they do move on, they want it to be able to utilize those games still.
I think the problem is as well, it was a cost thing because they were like, Microsoft beat us last time mainly because the cost of it was a fraction of what it was, and I think the hardware is not there because of that.
Wayne, if these next-gen consoles are as powerful as they say they are, then you can emulate
Yeah.
those machines on the new next-gen console.
you will,
It's
don't
not
it?
going to be hard to do. It's a case of
Money.
software. But you know as well as I do, if they allow people to do that, they'll jailbreak your console to do it. Microsoft have been doing it for years. People who own Microsoft consoles, you can jailbreak them. You can't play them online, but they got jailbreak.
Justice got the right idea. I mean, that's why you don't ever sell your old consoles now, is because it's
Exactly.
like you can't backtrack. Like that's like me. I mean, like we were discussing. I mean, I have all these games. Clegg's got all these games. I know Wayne and Tig have all these games.
Shit ton of them.
But why can't I just have like one system, like you're saying, Clegg, a PS4, and have my PS2 games, my PS3 games, and my PS4 games? Like, why can't I have that? So
What about
I agree with
PS1?
you.
I mean, come on, give it some love. No, I'm just kidding.
PS1. Yeah.
I have my PS1 hooked up, so it's got love right now.
I mean,
I've actually I've off and on played it right now. No offense, guys, but off and on.
Yeah, my
This
little
is
brother
why.
and sister got mine somewhere.
This is why I prefer the PC, because I can emulate all these systems through my machine.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you can't emulate that? Why? They haven't written it yet. When's that going to be out? A couple of months' time. Oh, excellent. You know as well as I do, when they release the next-gen consoles, what we've got and what we're using now will be twice, if not 3 times as powerful.
I wouldn't go quite twice, 3 times powerful unless you spent a shit ton of money on your PC, but yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, but
Right.
the majority of gamers out there who do it professionally or do it a lot
I've got a $3,000.
spend money on a decent tower. I mean, I'm a cheapskate, but my graphics card is perfectly powerful for what I do it for, and it emulates stuff that I want to do. All right, admittedly, the side's off, and I've got bits flying everywhere because I've got to put the side back on. But the point still stands.
Well, you can tell I'm a cheap ass because that's what I'm using. Yes, I know it's backwards, but hey.
It's not
Well,
backwards for me.
Not for me.
Fair enough.
Hang on, I'll tell you where mine is now.
Well, you won't.
Well,
Just the way it's looking.
Guess what, guys? I got my old crappy computer, so here's my graphics card right here. See,
Yeah.
it's the nice luxury one. Spent about $5,000 on it. No big deal.
The hilarious thing is my laptop's got a better graphics card in it than this.
Well, here's my graphics card, Wayne, and it's older than the one you've got there, but it's still better than the one you've got there.
Probably.
Oh, you can
My
send
whole-
that to me.
My whole machine is an Asus.
You can send that to me anytime you want, Clegg. I'll be more than happy to borrow that from you.
Well, I'm upgrading my graphics card this week, apparently.
Jesus.
So you may get a post in the post.
The hilarious thing is, though, I can't physically fit a bigger graphics card in my machine.
Just
It
means
just
you need a
won't fit.
bigger case.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Wayne brought one because the place where he's living at the moment is very, very, very small.
I haven't got a lot of room, so I've had to go for basically a mini tower, and I've got it running as powerful as I can, which is hilarious when you think about the games I play and
Well-
I can stream.
Jess, you're right. I mean, I agree. I feel bad emulating games that I don't own a hard copy of. But if the companies gave you that ability, I'm sure people would be quite happy to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought Final Fantasy 7 and 8 from the PlayStation Store so I can play it on my PS3.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I've got them hard copies anyway, and I can play it from mine because I went out and brought myself the old 60 gig special. But
Well, for me, I think either if Microsoft or Sony did,
Backwards compatibility.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Backwards compatibility.
Oh,
And
I'll
say,
let
for
this suffer
example-
for a little bit longer first,
Yeah, shut up. But say like Sony, but say like Sony did it. That's a huge marketing thing.
Yep.
Like you were saying, Tig. That's huge. Oh, Xbox can't play your old 360 games, but my PS4 over here is better because I can play these older games. Now you can have one system and play your games.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was just going to say, the money that you would invest into that, putting it into a case and all that, I think it would be worth it in the long run because, like you were saying, why do I need to keep constantly hooking up a PS1, a PS2, a PS3 just to play these games?
Sony don't need to do that because they've had so much good PR because Microsoft basically inserted foot into mouth
Yeah.
on their first
Yeah, they did.
conference. It's unbelievable.
The
Yeah.
Xbox 180.
Yeah.
But actually, speaking of that, everybody knows, right? They've said they're going to disable this, they're going to disable that. You won't be able to do this, they
Yeah.
won't be able to do that. You know as well as I do, 6, 12, 18, 24 months down the line, all those features will be reactivated.
They've already
They
said
will introduce them slowly.
They've
So
already
you're,
said
you're,
they
you're,
want to
yeah,
reintroduce the stuff eventually.
you're upset about the Kinetic being on now. 12 months down the line, Microsoft update, your Kinetic is now switched on. 18 months down the line, due to the cloud-based servers that everybody now uses, we now require you to connect once a day, blah, blah, blah. And it will become, and it will be introduced. And people will take that as goes, oh, well, I've already brought the system now, might as well.
But the mistake that Microsoft did was they came out and said, "Oh, all these things are going to be when you buy it."
Yes.
If they had waited and let the market gradually evolve into that, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But now, when they start reactivating those things, you're going to have an uproar. I mean, you're going to have those people that are like, "Are you seriously? We fought you guys on this whenever you released this system. You guys are reinitiating that." So they're going to get a lot more negative publicity on that when they do that.
Makes me laugh though, because some of it was okay, but some of it was downright invasive.
Well, Jess, have you ever played PS2 games on your PS3 and PS1 games on your PS3? As a quick question. Because with the original system they gave out, they gave you the opportunity to create internal memory cards for the PS2 games.
Right.
They could do the same for that for the Xbox on Sony. Yeah, right. They could do the same with that with the PS4 for the PS3. Literally, to save PS2 games, you have to literally create a memory card on the system.
Yeah,
And
It's
that's
like
all
just
it was.
creating a little partition for that system.
Yeah, literally, and it took up very little, if not no space. I think 1 kilobyte it took up until you started saving stuff on there, and even then, that's still a tiny amount.
Yeah.
So they can do it. It's just laziness
They're
on their
lazy.
side, I suppose. Well, no. Actually, no. I'm gonna take the developer's side. It's not laziness. It's a case of we want you to buy our new stuff,
It's
so that
give me the money.
you
Yeah.
can have our new stuff. Oh, our old stuff. Buy our old console and play the old stuff. You want the new stuff? Buy the new stuff.
Made me laugh because Microsoft actually came out and said that, didn't they, at one point, and people weren't very happy at them about that.
For me, what irritates me is like you think, okay, like how old's the Xbox 360? 2 years?
The
3 years
360,
old?
About
8?
6, 7 years.
8 years.
6,
I
8
think.
8 years?
Yeah.
Jesus
2000
Christ!
2004.
Yeah.
And I got
The
one when
longest-
Modern Warfare 2 came out.
It's
My
the
God,
longest
where did my
console
life
cycle
go?
I think they've ever had.
I know it was 2004 because a certain fat British gamer was crashing in my bedsit, played and went out and brought both a PS3 and an Xbox 360 on the day of release, complained that he had no money even though he wasn't working and was able to spend 900 quid in one go, and then decided that it's an awfully good idea to play Star Trek Voyager on repeat and fall asleep leaving it on. Now,
Good time.
I don't mind Star Trek Voyager, but has anybody heard the DVD menu screen? It's this. Dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee, on constantly for 12 hours while he's boring his head off. And he wonders why I hit him over the head with an industrial printer.
Yeah, I had an industrial size printer land on my head.
Well,
And a chair, and a bed, and my PC, and anything else heavy enough to shut the fucker up. In the end, I cut the power to his computer, bloody 360.
And the hilarious thing is, all I did when he dropped this stuff on me was roll over slightly more on my place on the floor and just go back to sleep. Didn't care.
What made it bearable for me was he was on the floor. That was it. That's what made it
It
bearable.
was a case where he just pushed shit off his bed, landed on my head.
well, I didn't have quite that.
Annoyance.
But I understand the menu screen. I understand the frustration.
No.
understand
You think you understand. Trust me. When you've listened to it
One does not
constantly for a
simply
week,
understand
yeah.
when you say stuff on this.
One does not simply walk into Clegg's house and play Star Trek Voyager.
Well, guys, we're encroaching on probably the last 10, 15
right.
minutes of the podcast. Is there any other important news that we haven't touched on yet? I mean, obviously, we've got State of Decay now has moved to PC. And,
Excellent. I am looking to get that when I
yeah.
get a chance.
They
But-
still have it in early access, and you can only use it with a 360 controller
Yeah, I was
right
gonna say
now.
that's the only but. Does
Yeah.
that really make a difference? That sort of game.
That's not a major
I use it
problem.
with a 360 controller anyways, but yeah. Ari, what were you going to say, buddy? Sitting there with your
I
arm
had it.
raised.
And,
It's like,
I was listening. I was listening to what you guys were saying, and I just completely.
Okay. I thought you
Me!
raised your
Me!
hand. It's like, I have something to say. I need to go to the bathroom, Governor.
No. All I was gonna say is this year's produced a lot of good games. GTA is gonna come out. Battlefield, even though it's got its quirks, still gonna be a good game. Watch Dogs, gonna be a good game from what I can tell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
And
There's going to be a lot of them.
My only-
Pokemon is coming out. You know, all of these games are coming out. There's definitely been a lot. We are hitting that point now to where, you know, a lot of the games we're talking about are going to start being the next gen games, and we're going to have to really pay close attention to where that's leading us. Are they going to be coming out for PC? Are they going to be cock blocking PC? You know, what are they going to be doing? So we're going to have to keep close eyes on that. But
A lot of it seems to be going more towards PC, which is the odd thing. While this generation switch is happening, a lot of developers are seemingly very happy to build
Yeah.
on PC and go, look, old generation of consoles, you can get this on a console now.
yeah, I mean,
This is what it
well,
will
you've
look
got
like.
you've got the next gen coming out that still isn't as powerful as what current gen PCs are doing. I mean, the
Well,
only
not
way
the
that
high-end.
the only way that they're more powerful, and you got to give them credit on, is the way that they've been able to build in the video memory. So
Yes, for PlayStation, that's quite right.
Yeah.
But
Tales of
there's been a lot
Xillia
of
2
Let's
confirmed
say-
for release next year. So that's coming from
well,
Jess.
Yeah.
like you
Yes.
were saying.
Oh, Jess, I can't put that game down. I hate every single one of everybody who's told me to play that game. Tales of Xillia.
She just, I think Jess just started playing it Friday. I think she finally got it into her system and started playing it a bit.
Can't
I
complain.
started playing it Friday,
Rob
and
my
I'm
copy of it for now.
yeah. Well, no, I started playing it 2.5, 3 days ago, probably about the same time as Jess, to be fair, and I haven't been able to put it down since. I'm about a tenth of the way into the game. It is it's awesome. It reminds me so much of Symphonia. It's unbelievable,
Which was a
So-
good game as well.
which was a good game.
But what you were saying though is why couldn't you take a controller like this and hook it to your PC? I know you do it, Tig. I know probably Wayne and Clegg do it. I do it for certain games.
Put it this way, on
But
my
it's-
desk, I've got that.
It's connected to my
Um,
PC. Wee.
Oh crap! There goes my camera. That one. I got about 4 more somewhere.
I've got the one
Well-
that's connected to my PC, the one that's for my Xbox that's right here, and then I've got my one for my PlayStation 3 here
Yeah.
too. So yeah.
I've got that on there. As
Oh.
well.
The one I showed you is for my Xbox. This one is for my PC. And it's an afterglow, and I have to say it's pretty standard, right? I love the afterglow.
Blast from the past, gentlemen.
A blast from the past. I have a pen.
And
What is this madness of which you speak? But that's like for me, like I have.
oh, and the best controller of all because it's fucking huge.
Yep.
The Wii U.
But this right here is why I love this controller on PC right here. It's the fact that I'm playing in the middle of the dark, and I can, well. Are we like ad placement now?
Gamers,
Hey.
take note. Your friend.
Also,
Lotion.
gamers, take note. Refreshing.
I'm a screwdriver!
Screwdriver, that's your number one friend right there.
And make sure
Oh,
when you
shit.
need your nails clipped
Phone.
to use nail clippers. There you go. There you go.
What other crap have I got
Wait,
nearby?
what brand are these? Hang on, I'm trying
Mog.
to see. These are Trim. These are
Well,
Trim brand.
Hang on. If we're product placement, if we're doing this, I'm gonna do this because
Mike.
I can get I can get away with this. If you guys would so kindly be nice to head over to Evil Genius's website.
Yes, go to Evil Genius now.
Yes,
It's
go now.
bandit.
Go now. Do it now.
Well, if we're product placement, why can't I do my team? I mean,
There you
come
go.
on.
Evil
Not go to
Geniuses.
the car park. Get to the EG.
Product it away, my friend.
Go
Right,
ahead.
as
Pour
Tig
yourself
was
away.
saying, we're encroaching upon the time where he's going to go out and enjoy a very nice meal, I believe.
Oh, prime rib.
And this is the point where I murder Tig and I steal his prime rib.
Prime rib that's been aged for 28 days.
Oh,
I got a butter knife. Don't fuck with me. I got a butter knife. I don't really use it.
Jesus Christ, I
hey.
have a better knife in my pocket than a
Hey.
butcher knife.
Here, have you met my mate Stanley?
Hang on
I
a second.
forgot that
Hang on,
there-
I'll be right back. I've got to beat you guys on that.
I forgot.
2 secs.
I forgot that there was.
Oh,
I forgot that there was dinner left on this. Damn, I'm not a half bad cook. Uh-oh. Craig, they pulling out the big toys now.
nah, they're big girls. The bigger the toy, the smaller the package.
Well, uh-oh. Let's see what the mighty Tig has in store for us. Uh-oh. It's gonna be tiny, Clegg. Yep, it's tiny. It's tiny.
That's
I
not
love-
a knife. That's a spoon.
He's a spoon. Come, bring it on. I'll show you
Nice.
my spoon. I love the handle though. Check out that handle. Love it.
That is
Jesus
tasty.
Christ.
Damo, bring in your knives. The ones off the
Well-
wall.
Doesn't count if you have somebody else doing it. Oh, if you guys can see the blade on this, I don't know if you can or not, but it's actually got
What's that, mate?
engravings and such on it. I don't know if you can tell.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can
The
see
blade
it.
is actually engraved.
Well,
It's
this-
pretty awesome. It's a little dirty right now.
This is my knife. This is my knife because I use it for prime rib, for pork chops. God, now,
My
God
knife
damn
is
it.
just for murder.
Well, too bad you don't get to murder anybody. I get to murder steak with this. Uh-oh. It just holds up a butter knife. Oh, God. Uh-oh. We gotta stop talking about him now.
You can talk about me all you want. Doesn't praise me in the slightest.
This is my knife.
Oh, those are nice.
Oh, God. I wouldn't want to meet somebody in a dark alley with those.
Elf, unfortunately, they are blunt. They are dead steel.
Fair enough.
Oh, well. That's just the fear factor, though, of those.
Yeah. I believe these are supposed to be the Riddick knives. The Damien's
Yeah.
actually, not mine. Good for... Ooh. Scratching your neck. Sorry about that. Right, yeah, as Tig was saying, we're encroaching upon coming into towards the end.
Yeah, I think
We have
that's
4
gonna be
minutes
just
until
about
9.
it. I think we might as well start closing it up. So I'm going to go ahead and say my farewells, and then if you guys want to follow up with me, and we'll say farewell for this podcast. Podcast number 4 is coming to a close. So this is Totally Insane Gamer, and I just want to thank all of you who have stopped by and watched, said hi, communicated with us, helped keep us entertained. Wow, learn to speak English. But
That's all the drill getting in the way, that is, isn't it?
yeah, that's right. But anyways, guys, I will say my farewells, and I'll hand it off to Clegg.
Right, well, thank you for coming, guys, again. And I'd like to take a special moment to say thanks very much for Aries to join us as our special guest. He will now... He will promote himself like a cheap $5 selling machine in about a few minutes. So this is Mikey Clegg. Thanks for watching. There you go, Wayne.
And he's got his microphone muted.
He's got it. Mute boy.
God
Best-
damn you all!
Best sign off ever.
Yeah. That's, just blind.
We're sitting here like waiting. We're sitting here like waiting for
whose
the.
face is red now, Wayne?
Actually isn't. Yeah.
So, anyway, Wayne, hand over to Airy. Airy, please promote yourself and your team, mate.
Yes. Go.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that Wayne gave me the chance to come onto this podcast. I'm glad that Clegg and Tig also are here. I'm also part of Evil Geniuses. I will be, quote unquote, Monday. And I'll be streaming too, guys. I'll probably steal some viewers from these lovely gentlemen. And I'll be giving stuff away. Again, thanks to you all for letting me be on the podcast.
Yeah,
More
it's
than
been a
welcome
pleasure to
anytime,
have you.
Well, it was a pleasure. Okay, guys, this is goodbye from me.
Absolutely,
I'm
and I
glad
will
you
be
made it.
cutting off the broadcasts now, so thanks everybody, and we will talk to you later.
Jazz hands.
Later.